abroad,
abroad,
abroad, abroad, abroad.
If you or go abroad, or go abroad, or go abroad to a spa. I'll send more if that's what you want.
What lessons have you learned from Iraq, and how specifically would you spread democracy abroad? Spread democracy abroad. Spread democracy abroad.
2 advanced degrees, a Fulbright, 5 diplomatic posts, 14 years abroad, 14 years abroad, 14 years abroad.
I hope you'll enjoy living abroad.
Thank you.
Even my mother thought I was faking it the first time. We were abroad.
Today we'll be discussing the overlap of our domestic cybercrime community with terrorism abroad.
Bree and I have decided that Danielle will join us on our honeymoon. When we return, we'll tell our friends she's decided to study abroad.
Now, if my sentence gets commuted, I consider going back to school. Maybe get a master's, study abroad, publish.
I heard 16 months at Women's Central Prison in Thebes.
Not my most pleasant trip abroad.
Really? Never?
Well, once, when I was 15 and spending the summer at the Heidelberg Institute in Germany.
Studying abroad?
No, visiting professor.
Meet Kelly Lynn, born in Shanghai, raised mostly abroad, and recently immigrated to the U.S., or so says her visa paperwork.
Rumor, rumor,
Rumor,
rumor.
rumor.
This is under new management.
Oh, it's my club now.
Is that we all have to work harder than ever. Because I want to go out on top. Yes, you see, the rumors are true.
As soon as rumors of the indictment started, you should have seen them run for the exits.
I'm over him, okay? I'm glad to hear it. Because rumor has it, Sherry's already staking her claim on him.
Don't you even think about lying to me.
Okay. I heard a rumor.
Where's she hiding all the grub? Her office. No one's ever been in there. I heard rumor it's booby traps.
I'm such a bad person. You're not, it's okay. If it makes you feel better, last summer, I'm the one who spread the rumor that said you had a weird disease where you were always on your period.
Jerry, the pizza guy? God, he's weird.
You heard the rumors, right?
Yeah. I'm hearing rumor that you keep flashing our guests.
Oh. I thought the rumor was he was a recluse. You know, when all Howard Hughes.
You see, there's a nasty rumor going around that you're actually working for S.H.I.E.L.D.
Toshi, please.
73. There's also a rumor that the martini was invented at the Knickerbocker.
Grateful,
Grateful,
Grateful, grateful.
grateful.
Lucky. I would just be grateful to get to know him.
Well, I was grateful for the call.
You were grateful.
Yeah.
Now, I know it stings a little now, but trust me, you will be grateful that you didn't jeopardize your whole career for a fling.
I'm eternally grateful.
I want you all to know that I'm grateful for your acceptance after my blunders.
And all of Florence.
I'm grateful for that, senor, but for all the boy's talents, he leaves only misfortune in his wake.
Grateful to be alive.
Well, if you want to stay that way, you should rest.
I'm not only grateful.
I must say, I'm impressed, Jasper, and deeply grateful.
She does not understand. We are safe from the plague, and we are grateful to El Toro. Please tell him she has not provoked you.
They're grateful. Everyone here has a job. We all pitch in.
Be grateful for what we do have.
So as grateful as I am, I can't help thinking about the world around us.
Alphabet,
Alphabet, alphabet, alphabet.
Alphabet.
Maiden name is Margaret Doris Hawkins. M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. The alphabet. D is for H8.
Punishment. Alphabet backwards. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P. I see letters, and sometimes it just looks like alphabet soup.
All it is substituting one letter for another. Exactly. Letters on the top of the alphabet, letters on the bottom are the key. Paris?
This coming from a guy whose name is a letter in the alphabet.
I love all the letters. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a lot of letters in the alphabet. How many are there now?
It's in the 20s.
It's definitely in the 20s. I agree.
Tools than any other computer. Everything from alphabet lessons for preschool to science programs for graduate school.
All right, there are 5 items on the list. Shift the alphabet forward by 5 letters. A becomes E, B becomes F.
Exactly. I'll recite the alphabet, and you tell me when to stop. A, B, C, D. Okay, first letter, D.
Hey, scary world. They start with the A-bomb, then skip right to the H-bomb. These geniuses can blow up the planet, but they don't know the alphabet.
Now sing the alphabet song. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, M, O.
Latitude.
Latitude.
Latitude. Latitude.
Latitude.
25.
The astrolabe. The numbers indicate latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude.
Yeah, about that. Few ground rules. I know you guys are used to having some latitude, but on this, you go where I go and that's it. Got it? 121915. Not latitude or longitude. Latitude or longitude. Latitude or longitude. Doesn't work as a phone number. Too short for a social security number.
Coordinates. Yes, sir. Landmark 2113, latitude 46 degrees north, longitude 118 west.
Does it matter what Farage thinks about Heathrow? How much latitude does he get to pick targets?
I think he'll give up the Saudis, but Heathrow's going to be tough.
Go to that landless latitude. And good luck.
So, what are we going to do?
We're going to kick this case upstairs to someone with the latitude to clean up this mess without breaking into a sweat. We're going to bring this to Thompson.
It's a big world. We've pulled anything arid and everything above and below 60 degrees latitude, but they're estimating it could take 32 hours.
His location. What are the coordinates?
Tori plotted the longitude and latitude of the geotag, and we got an address in downtown Manhattan.
And what's there? Mention anything to me, though I suppose that wasn't unusual. I gave him a lot of latitude. Paul was my top investigator.
The Greek symbol phi.
Phi.
Which?
Phi, which is sometimes used to denote latitude.
Bingo.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll grant the team a modicum of latitude, Louis.
Coordinates. Longitude and latitude.
Suppress.
Suppress. Suppress.
Suppress.
Suppress.
You want to suppress knowledge.
No, I want to administer it.
Well, you're a scientist. You know how difficult it would be to suppress your own findings. Suppress your own findings. Suppress your own findings.
Memory? Suppressed?
Avoid them.
No. Suppress your fear. Face the threat.
Where we seek to disseminate and preserve knowledge, they seek to alter and suppress it.
Decide to do everything he could to suppress his urges.
Ingesting massive amounts of synthesized progesterone will generate.
Won't stop it.
If he can produce phosphorus from his skin, you'll have to suppress it topically.
Well, then what's the point of this?
Because there is a way to suppress the Hexen beast in her.
But she'll still be one, so what good does suppressing it do?
I almost suppressed evidence. That and suppressed memories often resurface in dreams.
When it comes to rage, that is not a good thing. The longer you suppress your emotion.
The bigger the explosion.
Well, that doesn't mean he doesn't care. Some people work hard at suppressing their emotions.
So many of us spend so much of our life suppressing the wolf.
Lightning.
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 Lightning. Give me some lightning. Again. Hit him again.
Looks like he was struck by lightning.
More than once. What could have done this?
Besides lightning. Beats me.
I've heard about that in people who've been struck by lightning and electrocuted on the third rail, but...
You're such a Girl Scout.
Yes, I am. But you're still gonna have to protect me. I'm so scared of lightning.
Beautiful, isn't it, huh? God, I miss New York, though.
So why are you here?
The lightning lives here.
It was a huge storm. With all of the lightning and darkness, it must be very disorienting.
I can give one too. You ready for the thunder? Well, here's the lightning. Oh, son of a...
Could be some kind of neuropathy. Syphilitic lightning pains.
Lightning bolt? You porn.
I swear to God, Ben, it was struck by a bolt of lightning.
Town of Buttermilk Mines. Lee and I could get to like this friend of yours.
I mean, it's like blaming you for the lightning on Honey Hill.
Oh, yes, I heard about the lightning.
Title.
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 Talking about The Unexpected Princess.
This is a great title.
It's a wonderful, wonderful title.
Hey, if you don't want me to have a title, don't put me in charge of the ID.
You're the Dragon Warrior. The title carries great honor and great responsibility. T.
What is it? Is it a story or a song title? How many words?
And are you not a lord at my command?
I owe my title and lands to your generosity, your grace.
Then do your job, war. No man living better deserves the title.
That is kind of you to say.
There's nothing we can do about the title.
No. She can't have the title, but she can have your money.
Besides, I'm not sure I want to put him off, even without the title.
He doesn't really have a title.
Champ, a Hawaiian-born fighter has never won a world title in that popular welterweight division.
I need to look around for a bit.
And who would you be to grant such title?
In this land I'm known as Bellfire.
Twice.
Emma, you missed the goodbye song.
I got the gist of it from the title.
Accord.
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 Your Republic forces have carried out a barbaric attack on our people. And among the deaths was the very sponsor of the peace accord. The peace accord. The peace accord. Senator Mina Bonteri.
What? It was Sib Kane acting on his own accord, who kidnapped the children of Chairman Papanoida.
This isn't the first time I've had to say that if you refuse to give a deposition of your own accord, I'll compel you to give one.
Harris turned him on his back to check his vitals, and they failed to report this during the investigation.
You seem to accord the police a great deal of honesty.
I do.
Give her some pride. Who's the knight in shining suit?
Well, according to the police notes, he's Dr. Stanley Heaton, a family friend.
Don't be. I am part of a billion-dollar company, and according to Dr. Lightman, the smartest person I know is planning to take it from me.
You're welcome.
I am the father of his child.
Not according to your dear friend Pilar.
Ian Albers, small-time con? We bust him before?
No, not according to his record. Well, according to his file, he was working admin support for the quartermaster's office.
Wesley Kent, founder and CEO. He's pointing fingers at his competitors. But according to NYPD, he had an after-hours meeting on his calendar with Hayes the night that he died. His name is Julian Larson.
This is your Mas?
We think so. And according to Fowler, he's a right hand behind whoever's manipulating you, Kate, the music box, everything.
Likewise.
Likewise. Likewise.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Think that I would You'd ever see me again? Likewise. Likewise. Likewise.
Do you know Riley? This is Rupert.
Hi, I'm actually a big fan.
Likewise. Likewise. Likewise.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Palmer. Likewise. 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 And please, call me Ray.
I'm motivating you. All the shit I have on you, I can bury you, punk. Likewise.
Maybe Bob's doing likewise. Maybe he's already long gone.
I think you're lying.
Yeah.
I have no wind to believe your mouth.
Likewise.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Acton.
Likewise, I'm sure. Let's get on, shall we?
Should meet my good friend Leon.
Nice to meet you, Leon.
Likewise, Mike, likewise. Let's see that merchandise, huh?
A little too soon for that kind of talk, but I appreciate the thought. Enjoy your evening. Likewise. Oh.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Likewise.
Whoa, I never thought I'd be happy to see you.
Yeah, likewise.
Let's get out of here. Please don't make me relive every day of high school. Hi, nice to finally meet you.
Likewise.
Invest.
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 $14.03.
Half of that's mine, you know.
You're welcome. Invest it wisely. Invest it wisely. Invest it wisely.
And help her find a place. Something like that. It's very simple, detective. I invest in people. I invest in people. I invest in people I believe in.
Permitted bar. And I hear from the feds, you're the kind of guy who's always looking to invest in worthy causes.
Remember, ask him questions. You're interviewing him. He'd be goddamn lucky to invest in your film.
Okay.
NYC has to keep costs down. We invest every dollar we can.
I mean, if we're going to be spending this much time here, you should really invest in a decent sound system and an espresso machine. I'll show you.
Wait a minute, what about Gage? We need to invest all of our resources into finding Blakely. He's the weak link here.
Large cash reserves, and he was looking to invest.
Why would Bo want to invest in Little Frog?
A total waste. I did get some excellent stock tips.
Well, don't invest just yet. Once we find out who hired Veronica, then we'll know how Doyle's involved.
I've been calling you all night.
I was at the club. I got zero reception in there.
Maybe it's time you invest in a landline.
Yeah.
How's Dickens made it look?
What if I found someone to invest new equity capital?
A white knight.
When you can't even afford to pay the rent?
I feel if I save my money and invest wisely, I'll always be able to afford a rat-infested apartment.
In 2008, I finally convinced Edward to let me invest some of the money he was
Stuffing the mattress with.
Ironically.
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 Ironically. Ironically.
And I just had to get him out of there. You know, ironically, a lot of people become addicted when they're in prison. I think it's ironically, I probably wouldn't even say if I hadn't lost him.
We have famed plantation owner Calvin Dandy.
Ironically, he's a good friend of mine.
I haven't gotten a decent check since I did that dandruff commercial.
And ironically, you still have dandruff.
I am here, ironically. I have no interest in indulging in your bourgeois idea of luxury.
So that, ironically, I can spend less.
Thomas Chirac, Nick, is in the clear. Ironically, the false identity my brother created to get Nick out of the country is working in our favor.
Lives in Portland.
Ironically, he's an organ donor, although I'm not sure who'd want what's left.
Ironically, British intelligence had no idea they had sanctioned a Grim to kill a Vesson.
You know, ironically, if we get any more people in here, we're going to violate the fire code.
Ironically, before turning to vigilanteism, Harper was a career criminal with an arrest record for breaking and entering, petty theft.
It is perfect for my purposes. You know, ironically, it was first used in...
Volunteer.
volunteer,
volunteer, volunteer,
volunteer.
Saw Laura, she was wearing a volunteer badge for the Reading Train Foundation.
It's embarrassing. Mom, you need a life. Why can't you just volunteer at the museum or volunteer at the museum or volunteer at the museum or bring pudding to old people?
So Clara and I suggested
Forced.
that she volunteer for the organization. We couldn't be prouder.
I want to volunteer to be one of the lookouts in the clock tower.
There are no lookouts in the clock tower.
I thought Carol was that.
She was. I volunteered to take her place.
Am I a horrible person? I used to win awards for volunteer work. I went to Guatemala and fixed cleft palates.
I've been volunteering at the Trenton Free Clinic. Keeps him busy.
Volunteer every night and every weekend?
You don't have to do this.
I was a volunteer fireman. I put out fires, I got kittens out of trees, the whole 9 yards.
Like an intelligence op.
CIA, NSA, DHS.
Same letters, different alphabet. I had some buddies from the service volunteer for intelligence ops.
Wait, why am I seeing only half a quartet? Ed and Jim are volunteer firemen. Of course they are. Try to play in front of a mirror.
I can't do it alone. I need your help. So dig deep, unless you want to volunteer your own blood.
Excuse me, I was in high school. Studying, keeping my nose clean, doing volunteer work for the community.
coincidence, coincidence, coincidence,
coincidence,
Coincidence.
You expect me to believe that that was a coincidence? Coincidence? Coincidence?
No, not coincidence. Fate. Apparently, fate has a sense of humor.
Fate.
Coincidence. 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 That's all anything ever is. Nothing more than coincidence.
Tom Hansen.
Yeah.
There's no way that's a coincidence. It can't be a coincidence. 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 Paradoxic instant marriage in less than a week. Coincidence?
When you're at this as long as I've been, you stop believing in coincidence.
Morning, sir.
It's interesting, you two arriving at the exact same time for work. That's either a tremendous coincidence or you spent the night together, which according to my father means you got married.
Hey, is it a coincidence that sauce night happens to fall on the weekend and I have the dishes?
The kids are out of this environment. What a coincidence.
Some coincidence. I mean, you asking to have your party here and Hunt getting robbed right next door and by the same guy who rescued us at the warehouse?
I've done this.
She had more reason than anyone in the Seven Kingdoms. Do you think it's a coincidence she disappeared the same night Joffrey died?
No, but
I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, of course it's not a coincidence. It never is.
We're in a different location. What are the odds that that's a coincidence?
That's not a coincidence.
The guy was killed with a 38. I pulled a 38 off for you, Reggie. What is that, coincidence? I didn't say I wasn't happy he was dead.
Are you telling me that us meeting was a coincidence?
Perspective.
perspective, perspective,
perspective,
Perspective.
Okay, maybe from our perspective, he could have done more, made himself more of a resume and a paper trail.
Surrounding Derek's incarceration. How these events helped shape your present perspective concerning life in contemporary America.
I want to know why. It was never my intention to kill Nora. But from my perspective, she was already dead.
I'm not a rewrite, man. I'm the writer. I'm the one who puts the facts into perspective.
Oh.
Great program at Fox River. You'll have a mentor who you'll work with weekly, give you a little perspective.
A mentor?
This puzzles needs to be viewed from a different perspective.
Painting it's about more than just strokes. There's perspective.
Those he employed.
And I will gladly respond in kind.
Consider their perspective. You lack perspective.
Davinci, stay your hand!
She wants payback.
With so many fights I've had with my father in perspective.
I've been keeping tabs on Helena over the past year. Last known sighting was a month ago, Palermo.
Took getting locked up to give me some perspective.
You're keeping to yourself?
I've been taking care of Lincoln.
Okay, but from our perspective, we don't even know what to call them.
Inhumans.
Upper.
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 Upper. Upper.
That could put us in the low end of upper middle ground fun, upper middle ground fun, upper middle ground fun.
Okay.
Excellent. Upper Head District Chief Superior Superintendent Chang will be most impressed.
We have the upper hand. We have the upper hand. We have the upper hand. Whatever Coulson's endgame is, doesn't matter.
I shave my arms and wax my upper lip, okay?
Fernando.
Hey.
I don't see anything.
Upper middle. It's faint. There's a word in the water.
After he called me, he suggested we get dinner.
Uh-huh. Where'd you go?
This really incredible joint on the Upper West Side.
Jackson Hole.
Captain, well, you're awfully quiet. I laid down suppressive fire to cover the upper floor.
We're on level 2, the dorm's on 5. There's a camera in the upper right-hand corner. Keep your head down.
So, are these the kind of upper management skills they teach you in D.C.?
Danny! Yes, Chief. Get a little smoky out here, buddy.
Clearing the upper level.
CFI. It's a hedge fund run by Ian Dybeck.
Ivy League, Upper West Side, or Tulsa clubs that don't allow women.
Today, oh.
Well, what's hurting on you?
It's this area between my lower back and upper thigh.
Sounds like your fanny.
It's my fanny.
Oh, you always did know how to infuriate a girl, didn't you? Well, enjoy the upper hand while it's still on your wrist.
Sector.
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 They needed a sector of the city evacuated.
Which sector? Which sector? Which sector? Did you hear?
No.
Okay, I broke the crowd into sectors. I followed 6 people at a time from the minute they showed up till the riot started.
On my way out.
What? You're a pup. What are you, 40?
Got an offer from the private sector. Private sector. Private sector.
Man, you should have joined the private sector, Professor.
What are you getting out of all this?
What do you mean?
Why'd you leave all that money in the private sector and come work down here?
Let's go. We got a job to do. Your basic human needs disgust me. Get out of here. Do we have temperature control in this sector? On it.
All employees from Sector 4, please stand clear.
Everybody, listen up. I've got some provisions. I think we need to get far away from here where the zombies can't get to us.
We cleared this sector, Zach. We're safe here. Don't worry about it.
Like where?
Machu Picchu.
Macho what?
Where's that?
Zach, we cleared the sector.
Kyle, stop interrupting your...
Apache helicopter went down this sector 2 days ago. The sources tell us the pilot was captured.
Come on a worse day. The technology sector is tanking.
We've got a report on a body in Section 22. Anyone local?
Lannon.
No emergency.
Copy that. Sector Charlie canceling response.
Intensive.
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 Our intensive fishing sacrifices millions of fish.
No, he's in intensive care, but he's stable.
Oh, thank God.
Says I'll need at least a few weeks of intensive therapy.
Take as much time as you need.
That's how you get polonium. 2 teaspoons in your drink. I got 18 months in intensive care for radiation poisoning. I got 6 months without eyesight. Well, everybody you've ever loved has come down.
Intensive care unit. Intensive care unit. Intensive care unit. Yeah, she
Me, but she tried to commit suicide.
She's in intensive care under police guard.
Hey guys, the baby's doing fine and is out of intensive care. Intensive care.
Neonatal intensive care?
No.
Leap.
Leap.
Leap. Leap. Leap.
Ask America, who is ready to jump on the potty? And I'm confident our sales are going to leap over expectations.
Look, he's a great kid, and you're clearly a great, mildly compulsive woman. Take the leap. Take the leap. Take the leap.
100 meters from the jump! Something's not right! Striker, the buggy's out forward! Take the leap! Take the leap! Take the leap! Now! Come on, Gary! Leap! Leap!
Because every now and then, you gotta take a leap of faith.
Brave. Is that what you call it? Letting my little buddy take a leap to his death.
When he ceases to doubt himself, he will fly.
Take this leap of faith with me, John Murphy. And let me show you there's so much more for you than this.
In the jacket. I could make that leap. He's got the same juvie officer as Derek.
You're gonna leap across the room, grab them out of my hand.
I don't know. Seems like a bit of a leap.
Yeah, which is what you do when you got nothing, because all I know is the copycat, he torched every record down at Unidac.
Since lightning struck in the past 24 hours, subject has taken a great leap forward.
Capture. Capture. Capture.
Capture.
Capture.
You and none other be the one to capture her beauty. Capture her beauty. Capture her beauty.
I'd say she has a discerning eye, then.
A capture. A capture. A capture. You've taught me well, my first victory.
You knew we were here when you sent an armed raiding party to capture one of us, capture one of us, capture one of us, and torture him.
Pursue them to the Aeolian plain, then overtake them and capture the Red Woman alive.
Just in case this is a suicide or they capture us and we never see each other again anymore.
How many of us did you capture?
48, including you.
Perpetrators were well armed, disinterested in capture. In order to protect the victims and ourselves, we had to make tough calls.
Exchange, I would aid him in the capture of a fugitive from justice.
I'm going beyond the wall to Craster's Keep. I'm going to capture the mutineers holed up there. Or kill them.
He said it would capture the nightmares.
You're still restrained, right?
Yes. But the magic that we use to capture her will only keep her powerless for a short while.
I can't find.
I'm guessing that's where the shadow comes in.
That's why we have to capture it.
Capture it? We've never been within 10 feet of Pan unless he wanted us to be.
Sure, I like the sound of about to.
Pan's shadow. Emma went with Hook and Neil to capture it. That's our way off the island.
Capture Pan's shadow.
Battle. Battle.
Battle.
Battle.
Battle.
In a matter of weeks, we may be called on to fight a real battle, real battle, real battle. Let's bring your commander up to speed.
If he is deceived by the way you look, the battle's half won, battle's half won, battle's half won.
If we don't do that, we will lose every battle that we're engaged in.
Con, sonar, American's turning to intercept.
Battle station.
Battle station time.
Battle stations. This is not a drill.
Our fellow Winky Guardsmen.
What is your business here?
Supplies for battle. We bring supplies for battle. Battle. Battle.
What is this?
A battle plan.
Well, I get something newer, because that's disgusting.
I will win this battle with my daughter.
Well, maybe.
Gather your things, Da Vinci. It is time to return home.
No, no. This battle can be won.
Once Bellamy shuts down the acid fog and the battle begins, everything will be clear.
Want me to stay put? You know very well that I can heal her.
Until this battle is over, we don't exist out here.
So they wouldn't question his loyalty, so he could get in, gain access to their battle plans, and most importantly, so he could find others like him.
Regulatory restrictions are minimal. There's a bigger battle here, Frank.
For leverage. Let's not worry about China for the moment. One battle at a time, sir.
Invention.
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 experimental or untested technology. How do you know your invention will kill you?
How about puss? Humpty's mind was full of imagination, an invention, an invention, an invention.
Flight? Is that a sin? Or is it invention? Or is it invention? Or is it invention?
Big summer blowout, half-off swimming suits, clogs, and a sunbalm of my own invention, yeah?
Greeks, the Egyptians, and the Indians had notion of cells centuries before the invention of the microscope. And what to say about Darwin?
Who might have gotten a six-figure advance for the invention of a brand new, groundbreaking fabrication? That would be me, Robert Axel.
Note that this mechanism is a remarkable invention of my own devising.
Thanks, yes. But a similar assertion could have been made prior to the invention of gunpowder, or the wheel, or any other invention conceived since fire.
Now no one believes the study. A month ago, analysts were calling that a billion-dollar invention, and today my investors are pulling out.
A man named Dwyer Kirk today. He's been pursuing the invention of time-dilating drugs.
Wasn't that the mother of your child?
You know what the greatest invention of all time is? What? It's the ignore button.
Or else Ava has told you it's the invention of a jealous brat who would say anything to marry you.
Act.
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 Act. Act.
Sorry I'm late, everyone, but I've got big news. I've been studying acting at the Even You Can Act Academy. Turns out, even I can act. Even I can act. Even I can act. My teacher is Dan Lamont.
Be cool, man. Act natural. Act natural. Act natural.
What?
Yeah. Keep your voice down. I'm gonna get up and go.
All right, first we want to show you as a strong leader. So, act strong, act strong, act strong.
To be unstuck in time, in a constant state of stage fright, never knowing what part of my life I'd have to act in next.
What do I do?
For now, just go home, act dumb.
You don't think. You want to be treated like an adult, but you don't act like one.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's kind of like a handshake for Clyde.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Doug,
I don't know why
honestly.
I do it.
You act like these people are better than you, and they're not.
All right, let's cut the act. We both know why we're here.
I don't buy it.
Buy what?
The act.
Oh, man.
So busted.
Hurley, I'm not here to tell you how to act around food.
This afternoon, you said you were our leader. It's time for you to act like one.
You can't neglect.
No, don't act as if I wanted this. You brought this on yourself.
Legislation.
Legislation.
Legislation. Legislation.
Legislation.
Current ranking minority member of the pivotal House Rules Committee. The Rules Committee controls the flow of legislation, spurring it forward or stopping it altogether.
I'm not sure we're supposed to be stopping anything. Ain't you said McCord could speed up raw legislation?
How you doing, Garrison? This is Roger McCord. I understand you'll be preparing some legislation.
Is that right?
Voting rights bill.
That ain't the Trump.
President Johnson, you passed the greatest piece of civil rights legislation since Lincoln freed the slaves.
It's a 100-page piece of legislation we've been carefully negotiating for days.
Gentlemen, why they are here? You are spending millions of dollars buying politicians, spreading misinformation, and influencing legislation.
No, the thing is, I've been in the forefront of gun control my entire life. My father wrote the first legislation into the Illinois Constitution.
Nothing we've been advertising, but AgriNext has been preparing for legalized marijuana for years. As soon as the legislation catches up, we'll be ready to move.
I could really use your help on this one, Bill.
I would if I could. You know that. You also know how important this legislation is to me.
You could be doing so much more. Changing policy worldwide, pushing through new legislation.
Thank you. We have long been wrong. And it's time for legislation that allows our private parts to be aroused by the people God intended to arouse.
Steal cars. You know, my dad has connections with the government. He's a powerful man. They support immigration legislation.
So much traffic today.
Solidarity. Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Solidarity.
Point. Solidarity is the most important thing here.
With the same courage and solidarity that we showed today. Thank you all.
We're fine. But if you're looking for solidarity, I would be more than happy to skip Owen Hunt's trauma certification lab.
In 1990, Kozlowski and his 10th Mountain Brigade in the Black Caucasus went into Warsaw and executed known allies of the Solidarity movement.
Solidarity also has a role in this liquid immensity, 4,000 meters deep.
What's Kratom?
Us. Group name, Solidarity. Band of Brothers.
Some weird cross-generational female solidarity with Cuddy.
Next few weeks. So, I'd like you all to commit to not drinking too, in solidarity, like school children.
I appreciate the solidarity, Tom.
There's nothing to do with you, Arthur, believe me.
She was very reckless. Maybe someone got her.
I doubt it. Damn vampire Solidarity.
A working mother needs solidarity, and we know where we rank in likability.
Solidarity. If we throw away our solidarity, we throw away our strength. Correct? That's right. Yes, boss.